phenomenon pala, di ba? Nakikita natin na hindi lang pala yung drugs na umiikot sa mga barangay ang meron tayo, may problema pala. It appears to be na merong malaking organisasyon and mostly composed of foreigners pa na is exploiting yung kahinaan natin dito sa ating bansa. And exploiting in the end pati yung mga kababayan natin, lalo na yung mahihirap. Kaya ang tanong ko, dun sa comment ni VP Sara, hindi ba dapat issue yun na talakayin ng Kongreso? Kung yan ang nangyayari, hindi ba dapat trabaho ng Kongreso na alamin para kung anong mga polisiya ang kailangan nating pag-ibayin o kung anong katotohanan ang kailangan natin may mapakita at ma-prove natin na ito ang karapat-dapat na aksyon na gawin ng gobyerno, lalo na ng administrasyon. Well, the present administration, you have to take note, has already recovered more than 44 billion in drugs, no? But without a single life loss, diba? Walang extrajudicial killing na na-report. So, importante alamin natin yan, lalo na kasi nga po may mga allegation ng nakarang administrasyon ay mayroong mga pangyayaring katulad nito. At nararapat, and I think Congress is in, lalo na yung House, is within our full responsibility to review this kasi hindi natin pwedeng hayaan to. Lalo-lalo nung panahon ng EKJ na ang namamatay lang naman yung mahihirap, di ba? Wala naman tayong narinig na mayaman na nasa drugs, na pusher, na namatay o nakulong. Ang lahat mahihirap po. So I think it's just the way it should be for the House. Sa comment naman na this is politically motivated, I think that's the most convenient excuse eh. Siguro palagi yung uulitin, pero kung isa na lang sasabihin ko, nung una, nung war on drugs ng dating administration, palagi nilang sinasabi na kung wala ka namang tinatago, bakit pa matatakot? Eh, ibabalik ko lang sa kanila. Kung wala silang itinatago, ba't sila matatakot tumarap sa Kongreso?
Let me just also say something. Yung Quadcom, honestly, as a member of Committee on Human Rights and Dangerous Drugs, hindi ko talaga maintindihan yung purpose ng Quadcom. But our Chair Ace Barbers, explained that it seems like there's a big orchestrated actions that made Ogos, which was originally had good intentions to generate revenues for our country, into this cesspool of crime, syndication, money laundering, drugs, and so forth. So naiintindihan ko na yung purpose ng Quadcom. When it comes to Ogos,
good morning. This on behalf of
not only successes,
Committee on Dangerous Drugs, the hearing is now called to order. On behalf of the order, this Quadcom is hereby on order.
Under the marching orders of our Speaker, so that this will never happen.
On the Committee of Human Rights, this
Away from Ogos is because we have a very good leader in our President Bongbong Marcos, when he had made the SONA statement, stop the Ogos. Enough is enough. The money is not worth it in comparison to the suicide that ills that we are experiencing. That should have never reached this point. We should have our own institutional safeguards. So I think that's the first objective of Quadcom. Secondly, there are other issues that come out. I don't know yet if there will be a connection of this importation of smuggling of drugs to Ogos. But that's a big issue. How many tons of shabu enter our country? It happened before in the previous administration. Now it happened again. Also in this administration, we're very thankful. We have a very proactive, administration, still quietly, diligently fighting its own style on the war of drugs. And we already have the largest amount of shabu that was intercepted. Our customs is porous. There's not enough being done to stop the smuggling of illegal drugs into our country. That's another thing that the Quadcom is working on, hand in hand with the issue of the Ogos. So I think it's wrong for our statesmen to say, na huwag kayong magtrabaho dyan because, this is politically motivated, No, we have to look into the institutional safeguards. Why did we end up having these problems with POGOs? Was there abuse of authority in the highest level? Number two, how did all these tons and tons of shabu come in? We keep saying war on drugs. How many presidents had a war on drugs? Pero hanggang ngayon, may pumapasok yung mga tons and tons of shabu. No, we need to identify the problem so we can find the solution. That's the job of Congress. And then lastly, political motivation. Only time will tell. Before they said President Bongbong Marcoses and the Marcoses are dictators, they are, human rights violators. But time has already judged because this generation voted President Bongbong Marcos as our president. I would argue, as a Marcos loyalist, that everything that was said was politically motivated. During the Duterte's time, Laila de Lima, she was thrown in jail. Can you say that's politically motivated? She came out innocent. Only time will tell. If this will lead to cases, there's substantial fact that wrong has been done, abuse of authority has been done, corruption has been done. That's not political motivation. That's us doing our jobs. So that's my comments.
And in addition, the public deserves transparency. And the former president and VP Sara should clarify these allegations and issues also. Kung totoo ang paratang, we must ensure that no one is above the law regardless of their position.
Thank you, Kongs.
Thank you, Elsa.